teams approach center ice, ready to get underway. The first period of play.
Matt Sklodowski, we saw him a lot in the face-off circle last night, almost as much as Adam Ball. Here we go. Golden Gophers, hello. The Golden Rams win the first face-off. Jason Arrow getting sklonked behind the net there.
Going to definitely see Westchester bring the hits heavy and often.
Yes.
They're trying to exert their dominance yesterday, and it didn't quite work out for them. They're being outskated, so they got to try to slow down Stony Brook.
Nick Dureski flipping it into the zone here. Chris Ryan trying to get it, and right out in front, Jason Arrow scores! Whoa! Ding!
Yesterday, we didn't have a single goal in the first period, and now we got one in 30 seconds.
That was Jason Arrow from Chris Ryan and Nick Dureski, I'm going to say. Beautiful. Were they napping? Were they too concerned about banging some bodies?
I think they got outskated there. They threw a couple bodies that they really shouldn't have thrown in the high end of Stony Brook zone, and it just came back to bite them with a poor back check. And Stony Brook really put the pressure on. Arrow with a great play to move in from the point.
Okay, Stony Brook dumps it in the corner here. Eddie Montgomery back.
Stony Brook goal scored by number 71, Jason Arrow. Assisted by number 91, Nick Dureski, and number 17, Chris Ryan. Time of goal, 19:28 remaining, first period. That's Arrow from Dureski and Ryan with 19:28 remaining.
As called, the beautiful goal. Jason Arrow with the eyes of the puck shot from his stick. And that stays in. Vincent Lopes heading back behind the net.
Stony Brook taking good opportunities to change the defense in the offensive zone. They're really establishing some solid pressure.
Sean Collins now back behind the net. Out in front, it's loose. And he pounces on it. Oh, little Chippy, how you doing? Good to see you. Happy Sunday. And that's that. Well, let's see what happens here. Got Brian Elfond on the faceoff. It's Sklodowski again. We're gonna watch these Golden Rams, see if they almost looks like they're just using two lines. I know that's maybe it's just we see a lot of more of the Adam Ball and Sklodowski line.
It wouldn't surprise me if Westchester decides to short their bench early. And we got a breakaway.
This is awesome. Save. Oh, man. Beautiful stop by Chris Housel. Rebound was just laying there. Got bonked into, lost his little chapeau, and Steve Meade just pounced on it, went right back at it, and knocked it in. So now it's 1-1, just like last night, although a little earlier. Had one goal by Stony Brook and then a quick answer. So let's see what happens here.
2 goals in 2 minutes.
And Mike Koza on the faceoff with Brian Elfont. Stony Brook controls the play. Jason Arrow, that big left-handed shot. Coming down the right wing and dumping in. I almost thought I saw Wesley Hawkins. It must be a vision.
Yeah, we're going to see a little bit of Wes Hawkins and everybody tonight.
Yeah, that'll be great because he goes, man. Okay. Stony Brook down low, coming back out to the point. He's in control. This is a shot coming up here. Nope, he dumps it off to the side. Right out in front.
Di Lorenzo with a good look there.
Westchester goals for number 9, Steve Meade. Assisted by number 4, Matt Sklodowski, and number 17, Bill Pellegrino. Time of goal, 18 minutes remaining, first period.
And that one went for icing. Stony Brook unable to change. Westchester will put a fresh set of legs on the ice. Faceoff is to the left of Housel.
Brian Elfont getting into the circle. And Ruskowski on the faceoff here. Not Sklodowski. Anticipatory. Stony Brook breaking out now, coming down dead center. back in the corner. Now they're banging and getting a little forecheck, two men deep down.
Westchester trying to stretch the zone.
They just dumped it out. This is Jimmy McKee around the right side. There's Mike L. coming down. Stony Brook dumps it out. Mike L. dumps it right back in, going for a change. Pat Foster coming up left wing side. Turning on some speed. That's Moriello, Ian Moriello. The boys call him Maury. Coming up the side. Oh, right behind you there. Pat Foster going back to get it behind the net. Checking out his options, dumps it for James Ross. Here we go. Nick Dureski's flying down the right wing. Inadvertently dumps it off. And it's out front. And
and there's a high stick.
Yep.
Looks like it was tipped by a Stony Brook high stick.
Yep.
And that'll go all the way down.
Yep. Captain Nichols let fly with a nasty shot. And Stony Brook player tried to tip it down, of course, to get it in the net. For some reason, the referee took umbrage with that. That's the official word of the first period. Brought to you by the Stony Brook English Department. Captain Nichols around up to the right side to Captain Ryan. He's flying down the right wing. Nick Dureski and John Jennings getting in the corner there. Pushing, shoving. Nick Dureski trying to tip that little shot by George Nichols. Nice, right out in front. Oh, and a follow-up. It is scored. Captain Nichols pitching in from the point.
Another one from our D side.
We suspect that's a Ferraro brother influence. The opportunistic D-man jumping down, and dumping it in. Beautiful shot by George Nichols for the goal. And we'll wait for the official call from Jim on the assists.
It's going to be crucial for teams to establish the forecheck early, exert their dominance in the offensive zone. Neither team has really had too much of established pressure, but the offense has come in spurts. Stony Brook established quick pressure, and they capitalized on an opportunity. A puck squirting out to a point man.
Dan Casano and Matt Sklodowski on the face-off, won by Stony Brook. George Nichols popping it back up. Vincent Lopes going to turn on the afterburners here. Going to see stripped and shot wide left.
Okay. Seawolves goal scored by number 62, George Nichols. Assisted by number 17, Chris Ryan. Time of goal, 15:06 remaining, first period.
Ryan picking up his second point.
Oh boy. Golden Ram just rammed his goalie. It's a goalie ram, not a Golden Ram, goalie ram. And knocked the nets off the moorings.
Yeah, it looks like we had a penalty too. We have a misconduct handed to number 20.
Oh my! I didn't.
So O'Brien.
That's a Matt Feeney.
Feeney. I'm sorry. Will be sitting for 10. No penalty, of course, but a misconduct penalty.
Huh.
Probably for something either he did or said after the goal.
Oh, Di Lorenzo on the point. Beautiful. Down low. The rebound. He's having trouble with the rebound.
We got
gracious. Dan Casano flying around there trying to pick up those rebounds that were just laying there. That's when the puck becomes the size of a manhole cover.
The puck.
By the way,
into
the last goal to the two captains. George Nichols with the goal and Chris Ryan with the assist. So that's nice when the leaders are leading. And Stony Brook has the lead right now, speaking of lead. There's Adam Ball on the faceoff for the Golden Rams. Got
delayed icing here.
Yep. We've never really pointed out the fact that Jim Maritato is the PA announcer, but he's also the chief cook and bottle washer with sound effects and music. He does a great job. He's He cues up organ cues and everything like that. Good job. Dan Casano on the face-off over to the side, but in the back, coming up the left wing. He sees the Vincent Lopes coming through center. This could be a 2-on-1 here. Ooh, Vincent tried to hand it off. Kept in by Sean Collins. Oh, right through between the legs. Okay, Pat Foster regrouping here, coming down the left wing, stopping. I thought he was going to keep going, but he didn't.
So never trying to utilize that chip and switch on the breakout.
Chip switch.
The technical definition there.
Yeah. Golden
Rams.
Golden Rams keeping it in. I've got Gophers on the brain here. I'm sorry, you guys. Ryan Evans, who sat last night, he's playing a great game tonight, number 34 for the Golden Rams this afternoon. Gets it out of the zone. Brian Elfont with a little pressure. We've got a strong left side here. Nick Barber, I had him as a scratch today. Look at he's playing. That's number 11. So Nick, get right on the board here. Big
Excellent
shot.
feed to the point.
That's Matt Miano, number 2. Very strong blister of a wrister. Going up high. And that time, Randy Japchin for the Golden Rams held on. Did not allow a rebound. Face off down deep. Ian Moriello on the face off. Here comes Chris Gentili. Chris Housel with that beautiful left glove. Like a first baseman. I'll take that. You're out.
Margadana starting very early with the stick work.
We
noticed him last night getting a little mixed up. You should keep an eye on him. Looks to be the instigator for Westchester.
This is Jeff Dugan back with for the Golden Rams up to the front. Chris Gentili dumps it in. Matt O'Brien up to on the boards here. Crunch, hello. There we go. George Nichols cruising back behind Ricky Seawood, number 20. A name we don't say that often. And he's going to take it right out now, going up the right wing. He's got a shooting centerman, but dumped it off. Ian Moriello was saying, here, pass it to me. Ooh.
That took a nice ding off the dasher.
Here comes John Jennings down the left wing. Loses an edge. Blew a tire, I think. This is Welch. Welch Bromley. Harrison. Ooh, right through the goal crease.
Oh, working.
Yeah. Harrison, Welch Bromley just had a few words for the refs. Did you see that?
Yeah, Bromley was just tossed by Arrow. Ooh, that one was screwed top shelf.
Very nice. Yeah, Arrow and Mr. Bromley Welch are getting to know each other. A nice breakout pass for John Jennings. Using the defenseman as a screen off the outside of the post. Stony Brook keeping it down low. It's a 1-on-3 pressure. There we go. Off to the side. Wow.
They're starting to really exert their dominance in the offensive zone, keeping Westchester pinned in, not giving them any opportunities.
Big rebound again. So I think of the 6 shots Stony Brook has, I think, well, besides the 2 that went in, been a lot of rebounds.
Definitely not as many shots as there were yesterday.
Eddie Montgomery with a shot. And a save. No, keep it in. Fitzpatrick trying to keep it in there. Pat Foster dumping it down. Backhand. No ice. Waved off. Forecheck. Out to. Oh, man. Dan Casano with a beautiful forecheck on that side. Here's our Adam Ball again. He dumps it in and goes for a change. Pat Foster behind the net. And he's trying to center it up. He does. Bring it all the way out to the blue line. Crunch. Sean Fitzpatrick showing Golden Ram the seat. Oh. Eddie Montgomery getting spun around by rather rude little check. Ryan Elfont showing why he's got the dipsy doodle down low. George Nichols saw Ryan down there. He wanted to get it down there. Back out to the point. Here's a shot. Boom. Off left pad. Randy Japchin. Defensemen are down low. Oh, an extra roll. Nick Barbara skating around, trying to get a shot off. Crunch. Nick showed Jimmy McCree.
Oh, yeah, flutter puck there.
George Nichols gets it out of the zone. A quick pass off to Brian Elfont. Boards. Nick's trying to get it. Sean's got to wait till Brian gets onside. He is. He's beautiful spin move out in front, right across. Jason Arrow dumping down low. Oh, that's our Margadonna and Jason Arrow mixing it up again.
Margadonna getting shown the boards.
Yes, Di Lorenzo.
Di Lorenzo takes a second.
George.
Stony Brook is picking up the hitting.
Yeah, Josh Brooks just put a kiss on Michael.
I think what they're trying to do is play a frustration game on the Westchester team.
I just like the way Chris Housel is just. I love his vision. He looks like
almost like a quarterback. He sees the whole ice and he knows where to make the play.
Yep. James Ross up on point, dumping it down low over to the side. Got a couple streaking forwards. They dump it down. Ross again down low. Dick Iamoriello spinning around. Oh.
Hand pass there.
Ladies and gentlemen, as rocking our ice players make their way through the stands, be sure to see them to sign up for the shuttle puck. That will be played between periods 2 and 3. We'll also have our 50-50 drawing.
There's an excellent set of plays there from Brooks. He was getting harassed. He got knocked down and inadvertently passed the puck with his hand. He was appealing to the official before, saying, "Hey, what's the deal here? I'm getting harassed here."
Now, have you heard that they may allow hand passing in the offensive zone?
I don't agree with that. I think
I don't either.
I think it's a play that should be reserved for defensive zone players. Wouldn't be opposed to it in the neutral zone though.
Big stop.
But the offensive zone would really throw the balance of play off.
Big point shot from Bill Pellegrino there, and Chris Housel just snagged it with his lobster claw. Pat Foster behind the net, stripped of the puck, but gains it back up. Chris Ryan now back over to the side to James Ross. James Ross now taking it up through center. Shot on net. There he goes. Freezing it there.
6:44 to go in the first period.
Yeah. This has been a quick period so far.
3 quick goals. No penalties so far, except for the misconduct.
Anthony's still sitting. John Jennings behind the net. Getting it over to Chris Ryan. Chris Ryan back to George Nichols. Dumps it in the corner. All the way around. Right. John Jennings. Oh, right out in front. Nick Dureski with a nice little tip from a pass from Chris Ryan. Unfortunately, did not click. Waffle to the corner. John Fitzpatrick up the boards. John Jennings again. Oh, he had a streaking winger. Could not click with him. Captain Nichols saw Dan Casano going up the center. Dan hoping for a loose puck. I guess that's a sign that it's been good hockey. I didn't even realize that much time had gone by.
Oh, yeah. The play has been fast between whistles. The time between whistles has been relatively short. Seems like everybody here's got the Giants game on their mind.
Here we go. Oh! Vincent Loaf's trying a little tip, kind of a little backdoor tip on that shot. Here's Sean Fitzpatrick from the point. Here we go. Looping around. Bob McInerney dumping it in. Dan Casano behind the net. Calls out a play. Straight up the center.
Well, it'll be nice.
Yeah, tip by Eddie Montgomery. He tried he thought he had the red line, but he didn't. Unfortunately, he's looking at the ref going, what? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, it was a good play, but still an icing.
Seriously, folks, if you are watching this and you could go on to the Stony Brook website and see the next couple of home games, come down. This is great hockey and a nice facility, nice hot cocoa and coffee, and nice family time. Bang for your buck. Okay. Jordan DiLorenzo getting creamed along the boards there, right out in front. Sean Fitzpatrick up the boards, top there. Dan Casano, what are they calling it, offsides?
Offsides.
Yeah, he hesitated ever so slightly. That's because that Vincent Lopes is so fast, man. He was in there. It's a streak.
Like I said, we're going to see a little bit of Hawkins in everybody today. Big loss to the team, and I think they could all pull together and overcome that.
Yeah, just in case the Hawkins family is watching down there in beautiful Lancaster, Pennsylvania. He's fine. He's in good spirits, and we can't keep screaming Wesley Hawkins down. He's a good man.
Yeah, well, we'll be talking about him all season to come.
Love him. He's the soul of this team. Okay. We got Nick Barbara, number 11. He's a rather tall fellow. Him and Sam Brewster, Jason Arrow on there, the pine trees, pine barrens. Pellegrino down, and they score. Wow. Steve Mead off on the side. This is second goal of the game. Opportune rebound. He was in the right spot at the right time.
And we did have a penalty call too, and it looks like he's going to be going anyway, which is odd because the penalty was called.
Yes.
And then the goal went in.
That's very odd.
Unless they changed the rule, which I'm not aware they changed the rule.
Yeah, that's very strange.
We might have to go and look at the rule book between periods to see if that is true or not. But regardless, we have a Westchester power play.
Matt O'Brien and Nick Dureski on the faceoff. Another Stony Brook victory on the faceoff. 2-2 now, ladies and gentlemen, with a little over 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. Down low, we got Golden Rams on a power play. Nice cross-ice pass in front, broken up, and knocked down by George Nichols. George Nichols just jumped on it and said, get out of here. We got George Nichols and Sean Fitzpatrick back on D. And up front, we got Dan Casano and Josh Brooks right on the penalty kill. Oh, Chris Housel, I'll take that. And
unassisted, 4:32 remaining.
Well, it wasn't Meade. I thought that was him on the side. They gave the goal to Harrison Welch Bromley. So I stand corrected. Out in front, backhand, and out of the zone. Plenty of time. Oh, a streaking Dan Casano almost got that little dump out. There, he's got that one. He's going to go down the right wing on this one. He's got a streaking Josh Brooks on the left-hand side. Save. Randy Jackson. Josh Brooks saying hello to Bob McInerney. We'll have to double check that last goal.
Managed to get a copy of the NCAA rule book, so we will be perusing that between periods.
Pat Foster from the point. Keep in mind that Stony Brook is still down a man here. Golden Rams not really getting anything together here. Now they're breaking out. Let's see what happens here.
Stony Brook has a strong penalty kill.
Sean Collins down low. Oh, just an extra piece of tape would have broken up that pass. Oh, that was
no goal. No goal. Faceoff's going to go outside the zone.
Ah.
It's determined a Westchester player knocked the net off before the puck went in.
Oh, that's our Harrison Welsh Bromley. He was flying around and maybe even a little goaltender interference. You could see that developing there. The Golden Rams were able to get.
Hang on. Yes, there is a major rule change for 2010-2012 rulebook. Goals scored during a delayed penalty does not negate the enforcement of a penalty. So that is a new rule being enforced.
Wow. I did not. To quote Johnny Carson, I did not know that.
It's a good thing we have the internet up here.
So me dumping it in, and he's just flying around here. Passing off to Bob McInerney. Oh, man, a rising shot. Chris Housel screened on that one, folks.
That one's going to count.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there are 2 or 3 players in front of Chris Housel on that one. I can't fault him for that. Upper right-hand corner. Yeah. Jason Arrows going over there. Jordan DiLorenzo saying
Housel really couldn't be blamed for almost all the goals today. They've been rebounds that should have been cleared away, or opportunities that should have been taken away by the Stony Brook defense.
Scrum behind the net. Oh. Yeah.
And we got a delayed penalty now. This one, he's going to go. That's a hook.
Assisted by number 29, Mike Abel, and number 7, Christian Teal. Time for goal, 2:36 remaining, first period.
Bob McInerney with that last Westchester goal. And I didn't see the ref's hand go up until the entire Golden Ram team was complaining about that trip by Stony Brook. But here we go. Nick Dureski on the faceoff. Back to the point. Going to shoot. Oh, waffled away into the corner. Nice. That was going up into that corner where Omni hides the cookies. There we go. That's it. That a boy. Jordan DiLorenzo saying, do not go after my goalie after he makes a save. Oh, now unfortunately the Westchester player is down. He's getting up. That's Margadana, who likes to go in by the goalie after a shot like that. That's his MO.
Margadana adjusting his helmet.
Chapeau.
One of the things they're also considering in future iterations of the rules is allowing half shields.
Really?
Actually up on the table for next rule deliberation.
Oh boy, dribbler coming through, and Jordan DiLorenzo tries to spin it around. Adam Ball and Jason Arrow going at it behind the net.
Oh, they're both going to go.
Yeah, I thought that was smart. They were dancing, spinning and swiping.
Looks like we got a boarding and we got a cross check, and we have a boarding call.
Okay. Better known as two boys banging each other around.
Arrow receives the boarding call. And it's going to be Ball receiving cross checking.
Well, that's what they're one of the top face-off guys and top players. Adam sitting for 2 minutes.
No change in advantage. It is a 4-on-3, so Westchester will need to remove a player from the ice.
Seawolves Vs number 71, Jason.
There we go. Oh.
All right, It looks like they are going to be playing 5-on-4, which is interesting because the penalties are up on the board.
Maybe it's a new rule. Got to check the rule.
They're going to remove them.
Nick Dureski. Back in. So now the Golden Rams with the man advantage, no matter how many are out there. Regrouping now. This is Bob McInerney dumping it up into the corner with Harrison Wells Bromley being shown some plexiglass. Back out to the point. Back down low, over to the side. Looking at shooting. Oh, loose puck. Knocked right out. George Nichols, I think, cleared that beautifully. Chris Housel looking down and saying, thank you, George. Pat Foster skying it right out of the zone. Got to empty out. Mike Ale back. One last-minute play, you may have heard, Jim. Right out in front. Wow, what a pass. Unfortunately, it was on the backhand of Harrison Welsh Bromley, and he couldn't convert that one. Relentless forechecking here.
Stony Brook is down. They got to generate some offense whenever they can.
Wow. Spinorama. Dan Casano taking it right out and dumping it down. Going for a change. Brian Elfont staying up high, coming in. 15 seconds left. We're should be even.
Or even strength?
Yeah.
With 5 seconds to go.
There we go. Sean Fitzpatrick. Wow. Okay.
What a period.
Last night at this stage of the game, it was 0-0. Right now, we are at 3-2 in favor of the Westchester Golden Rams. We're going to duck out here. We'll see you in a few minutes. Please stick around. Second and third period action coming up. You're watching Stony Brook Seawolves Hockey live from Long Island, New York. Here we go, second period. After a flurry, no snow pun intended, after a flurry of goals in that first period, Stony Brook goals by Jason Arrow and George Nichols. Chris Ryan assisting on both of those. Rick Dureski assisting on Jason Arrow's goal. The Westchester Golden Ram goals, Steve Mead, Harrison Welch Bromley, and Bob McInerney. Assists later on. Here we go. Stony Brook going into the zone, coming back out. We're all even up in penalties. Although looks like we have a Stony Brook player there.
That'll be Jason Arrow with his penalty partner.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
They'll be sitting for just a few more seconds as their coincidental minors expire.
Right. I forgot about Adam Ball being he and Jason Arrow tussing it out a little bit. Oh my goodness, George Nichols just flattened Steve Mead.
And Mead has been the source of firepower for this Westchester team. Stony Brook trying to send a message. Oh, and there's a charge. And that one
looked like
that puck there was hit by a high stick there. It looks like we have some words being exchanged here.
It looked like Matt O'Brien was going back after George Nichols after George had flattened
That hit should have been called. It was a missed call by the official. You can't take steps like that towards a player and then lay a check.
Yeah,
that is a textbook charging call.
Credit to George Nichols for bouncing right back up again. Montgomery with a shot down low.
We're going to definitely see some pretty big hits here.
Here's Vincent Lopes spinning and dumping it down low. Dan Casano up front with Vincent Lopes. Pat Foster. Over to James Ross, back out. Oh. Trying to get it down. Pat Foster going down deep again. Here comes Chris Gentili on the forecheck. Westchester sending two guys in on the forecheck. One high, one medium up. A little congestion in the corner. Vincent Lopes trying to mix things up. This always killed me when somebody would yell, feet, 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 feet. I'd say, okay, I would assume it is. You can't see it on the back of the net. Now it's loose again. A lot of congestion back there. It's a charge admission. Vincent Lopes trying to get back up to the point. Pat Foster keeps it in. Over to the side. Oh. And it's not out.
Stays in.
Oh, that was almost a boarding right there. Kept in. Goodness gracious, that was gorgeous. Vincent Lopes tapping it over to Jordan DiLorenzo. Trying to get it back out to the point. Oh boy.
We got a 2-on-0. And an excellent save.
Holy smokes. There was no comment there because it was just so awesome. Two guys coming in all alone. And Chris Housel just anticipating the pass.
Stony Brook being denied a change because of the net going off.
Huh. Oh, that's an interesting call, too. Okay, Dan Casano on the faceoff here. Back out to the point for Westchester. Shot, hit somebody in front. Another rebound, loose puck, bouncing around. Chris Housel trying his best to keep it in front of him. The foot of Jordan DiLorenzo directing it off into the corner. Back out to the point. Oh, almost a breakaway from Stony Brook. Dan Casano flying out there. He's going to the bench along with Vincent Lote. Jason Arrow, lone defenseman here. Trimmed and cut off by Pat Foster up to the center. That's Nick Barbara. Brian Elfont and Nick Barbara going into the corner. Bang, boom, zoom.
Big hits happening everywhere.
Oh, just kept in nicely by Pat Foster from the point. Getting crunched on the nice communication, at least, through Stony Brook here. And here's a shot. Nick Barbara up in the corner.
Big hit here. Yeah. We have a player down.
Adam Ball and Nick Barbara just met after that shot by Nick. Nick's going after Adam. And Pat Foster, shot, rebound. Nick Barbara and Adam Ball.
We might have an extra one here.
Yeah. Mike Koza coming in for some reason.
And
getting involved in the tussle.
Have a very explicit note. Very explicit no fighting rules in the ACHA. And I don't know how they're letting only Stony Brook sit.
Yep, there we go.
There we go.
Adam Ball, a very talented player, obviously very frustrated. Certainly yesterday.
And it looks like we're going to get an extra man on the Westchester side.
I think that would only be fair, but I don't.
19 should be the one taking the seat.
Yeah.
The third man in.
Steve Mead going over the rules going over the calls with the referee. No
extra man, it seems.
Interesting. 3-2 here. Westchester is up by 1 goal. But as we know, inside of seconds, 2 goals could be scored. So let's see what happens here.
We penalties
Brook
up on the board, we'll be playing, looks like 4-on-4.
Yeah.
And again, we have been made a monkey of before.
Dan Casano out. Vincent Lopes are our forwards. Nat Miano and George Nichols back on the blue line. Let's see what happens. Face off won by Stony Brook. George Nichols bangs it in down low. Dan Casano trying to keep it in. Pat Foster. Here's speedy Vincent Lopes. There we go. Pat Foster from the point, down low again. Dan Casano trying to get it back out to Vincent Lopes. Unfortunately didn't connect. Pat Foster and Vincent Lopes switch positions. We've got 3 guys down low now. George Nichols keeping it. Came out. Vincent Lopes with a little stick handling dipsy doodle and came out over the line.
Mike did 10 to go on the 4-on-4.
Mike Ale for Westchester. George Nichols just cuts him off, puts it behind the net, decides I'm going to take it out myself, coming up center ice.
With speed.
Yeah, no kidding. He's got that Steve Meade right on his tail. Here we go again. This is Mike Ale. Ooh. Almost.
And that dings.
Did that hit him in the head?
Yeah, right in the forehead.
Is that my buddy? Yes.
Kyriakos takes one to the forehead. Looks like he's okay though.
That's John Kyriakos taking a puck to the head.
And the official giving a stern talking to the bench of Westchester.
As if the young hockey fans don't need another example of why you should wear your helmet even during practice. We won't even go to the stitches during this week. Jason Arrow in the corner, getting submarined by Chris Gentili. Back out of the zone. Nick Dureski trying to streak down this wing here. Chris Ryan following him up. Jordan DiLorenzo banging it around to the corner. Nick Dureski there. Mike Feeney bringing it out and up. Chris Gentili.
10 to go on the 4-on-4.
Chris Ryan with a little wobbly deflection. Trying to bang it up. Pat Foster and Sean Fitzpatrick on D.
And we're even up.
As Eddie Montgomery streaking down the right-hand side. He sees a guy up in the center. Unfortunately, that didn't click. There's a breakout, long breakout pass. Shot, save. Right in the shoulder of Chris Housel. As Inagata DeVita plays in the background. Recorded on Long Island in Hempstead at Ultrasonic Recording Studios. Nice. From the point. Oh, the Chris Hauser with his pad out. He was just completely screened on that one. Anticipatory save by his Stony Brook goalie, Chris Hauser. Banged back down by Ted Case. We haven't mentioned Teddy Case's name yet today. And here's Brian Alphonse streaking down the right wing, hoping for a trailing centerman. Mike Kosa coming down the right side, trying to pass it off to center. He had a couple of forwards coming down the center, and unfortunately did not come through. Brian Alphonse dumping it in the corner. Most of his line mates going for a change, but Brian, of course, chasing his own puck, saying, I can pass it to myself. Dan Griffiths dumping it in and going for a change. Oh boy. No, they were all still offside. There should be a. There we go. Back on side. Jason Arrow cross ice all the way over. Josh Brooks is going in after it. It's behind the net. Little tentative stick. Jordan DiLorenzo sticks a flying in front of the net. Vincent Lopes is out there. They're pushing, shoving, cleaning them out. Josh Brooks taking a little bit of consternation in front of the net. Jason Arrow started to sneak down again. We've seen that.
And we got a delayed call here, and the first penalty.
Wow. Ricky Seward
just pointing at the player and pointing to the box.
Yep. Ricky Seward just unceremoniously dumped by, I think that's Teddy Case. Sorry, Ted, I texted you there. I mentioned your name, and you get to sit for 2 minutes. Okay, Stony Brook going on the power play.
This power play is brought to you by Power Play Sports and Hockey Fitness.
Well, then we got
available on the App Store and the Android Market.
Got 5 Golden Rams up. There goes a 5th guy. Back to the point. Pat Foster taking control. Quarterback missed thing off to the side. Sean Collins now. Quite frequent spark plug here on the power plays. Pat Foster back up on the point. Got Vincent Lopes spinning around, using his speed to spread out the box. Nick Dureski. Back to Nick Dureski. He shoots. No, blocked in front. Kept in nicely by Pat Foster. Goodness gracious. There's a tip, and it's back behind the net. The crunch. Bunch of crunches. Back here getting to Sean Collins. Sean Collins will dump it back down. Oh, and again, another rebound from Randy Japchin. Sean Collins from the point. Back out to Vincent Lopes. He's covering a point because Pat Foster had snuck down again. Sean Collins showing his strength. Just dumping Brian Roskowski.
Both teams go for a change. Get fresh skaters on the ice. 30 seconds to go, and the man advantage.
To many people, that's still the most amazing part of hockey is the changing on the fly. I don't believe any other sport allows substitutions like that.
Lacrosse, you can.
Lacrosse?
Yep. Okay. You do have to.
And I guess indoor soccer and I guess roller derby.
Oh, and there's another one. And that one.
Ref got it.
That one's going to be a cross check.
Brian Elfont. I'm more concerned about the boards when Brian goes into them. Dumped by Steve Mead.
And Mead
is going to sit down
for at least 2.
I don't think you could put Brian Elfont out of commission unless you had a Gatling gun. So, Stony Brook now with 5-3 for 3 seconds, unfortunately. We'll see what happens here. And it's now 5-on-4.
And watch the man jumping in.
Yeah.
Westchester foul to number 9, Steve Mead.
Chris Ryan starting things up. Brian Elfont coming down the right-hand side. He's looking, dumping it back. Here's Eddie Montgomery with another shot.
He's looking bottom right corner.
He was flying last night. Eddie Montgomery again on point. He shoots. Oh, beautiful shot. But unfortunately a little bit wide.
Montgomery again.
Dumping it into the corner. Now
a little hooking and grabbing.
Yeah, they got Eddie Montgomery up on point. I guess maybe just on the power play. This is a.
Oh, he found him.
He fakes, he shoots, comes in. He's just waiting, and he passes out in front. Gets his pass back.
Oh, that could have been.
Sees Brian Elfont. Brian Elfont over to the side. George Nichols with a blister in the corner, right out in front. Chris Ryan. And no, George Nichols keeps it in. Oh, now this will be coming out. And
that'll go all the way down.
That's Matt O'Brien from an impossible angle. That's why it's called impossible, because it's impossible to score from there. And even though Trev is sending a few of them from that weird spot. There we go. That's Nick Barbara. He's flying down on number 11 for Stony Brook. Around the corner, out in the front,
rebound.
and another rebound.
Still loose.
No whistle yet.
Still loose, and the net is off.
Oh.
And Westchester will not be able to change. Westchester is being denied a change because the goaltender knocked the net off.
There we go. Turnabout is fair play, or whatever the cliche is. 8 minutes and 4 seconds left. There's 12 seconds left in the man advantage for Stony Brook. Stony Brook is down by a goal.
This is a big face-off. Man advantage. Stony Brook can put fresh legs out if they want to. They got a tired Westchester team. Everybody's bending over.
Nick Dureski on the face.
And a huge clear, but no. This one will stay back in. Change will be denied again. Or no, they will let it go.
Yeah, they will. Okay, I saw the ref raise his hand. I didn't know if that was a stop where you are, boys.
Yeah. They have not adopted that rule yet.
Nick Dureski again on the faceoff. And again, won by Westchester back into the corner.
And
now
we are even up.
Here we go. Oh, and out. Jason Arrow. Let's see if our feisty Steve Mead continues. There's a skate tester right there with the pass.
No goals so far.
Back behind the net. Stony Brook not being able to capitalize on a few man advantages. Granted, the 2-man advantage was 3 seconds. Shots on goal are 17 for Stony Brook, 16 for Westchester. Pretty even. Again, like last night. 15 down low. Stony Brook behind the net. Jason Arrow staying in. Not coming back, right out in front.
Oh, and that one
almost bounced it
went
off the stick.
Defenseman skate almost put that one in.
Almost a skate, yeah. Ian Moriello. Back down here. Crunch.
Arrow stands him up.
That's our buddy Harrison Welsh Bromley being shown where the snow lives by Jason Arrow.
Arrow's been playing a very physical game, and
Ricky Seawood coming in off on the side.
Excellent defensive maneuver to prevent that from happening.
Ian Moriello and Ricky Seawood down low here.
Center getting good pressure, but no real opportunities to put one in.
Brooks. Oh, an interesting pinch down by Matt Miano. John Jennings out to the center. Over to Chris Ryan. He'll come down the right wing. He's got a streaking centerman coming down. As Nick Dureski was trying to get open, but they were on him like paint on a post. Wide off to the side. Pat Foster down low. Try it again. No. One more time, Pat. No, he doesn't get a third try. And Stony Brook winning that little battle here, and Stony Brook winning that little battle. Hopefully they can get it out now. Up to the point. No. Chris Houser steers it aside. Big stick. John Jennings getting pinched down low. Pat Foster behind the net. 2 Golden Rams coming in from either side, bookends. Inadvertently hitting Nick Dureski's skate, staying in. John Jennings getting spun around and still managing to try and get it out. Chris Ryan trying to get it out. We're saying trying to get it out an awful lot. Hopefully they can get it out. Stony Brook spinning the wheels here. Was it in field hockey? You have penetration time and right in front. Holy smokes, that was close. Chris Housel again with that great glove hand. Bodies were flying. Everybody, there's going to be a wholesale change here. You'll see 10 skaters changing positions right now. A little under 5 minutes left. Westchester 3, Stony Brook 2. Got face off out of the zone and got to dump them out, clear them out. Oh, I thought that hit the turnbuckle. George Nichols outside the zone. Here comes Vincent Lopez. Oh, he got his wheels taken out from under him, or else he would have been off like a
Off like a racehorse.
Rocket. Dan Casano, number 27 here. Beautifully stick handling right through center, splitting 3 or 4 guys. George Nichols keeping it in. Got Eddie Montgomery, number 8, over here on the wing. And Vincent Lopes. Oh,
an excellent play there.
Yeah,
to break up the offensive opportunity.
Eddie Montgomery was wide open. Chris House again, just hello. I'll stop that one.
What I've noticed today is the shots on goal. You look at the scoreboard. It's very interesting to see. We're in a completely different spot than we were yesterday.
Right. Exactly.
We were here the first period. Actually, we were past this in the first period.
That's right. But let's see what happens here. Brian Elfon back to Jason Arrow behind the net. He's being pursued doggedly, ruthlessly. Wonder where Ruth is. Now he's back behind the Westchester goal. Sean Collins going after that one. Unfortunately, not being able to hit Chris Gentile. He's got some wheels and some strength. This is Chris Gentile right here, number 7. Number 15 is Margadana. Oh, man. A wicked shot saved by Chris Housel. Rebound bounced right out. Here comes Sean Collins over to the side. Oh. There was almost a Miko Makala goal there. A trailing puck behind a bunch of swirling bodies. Goalie never seeing it, but he stopped it. Jordan DiLorenzo up to the side. Centerman is Nick Barber coming down on left wing. Cross ice. He was...
And Elfon.
Brian Elfon was there. Unfortunately, there was a guy with a black sweater on right next to him. 3 minutes, 2 seconds. 3-2. Second period. In between periods, I got a chance to speak with Claire, our celebrity puck dropper today. She was all excited. What made her the happiest was that all the Stony Brook Seawolves gave her a high five as they were introduced. That made her heart go a little flutter. I said, maybe you'll get her a prom date out of this. And there we go. Ian Moriello trying and getting mugged from behind. He's going to get this guy. He got it with his skates. Back. Oh, my goodness gracious. That was a spinorama. It was not. Should have been. Could have been. Wasn't. Ted Case on the point on this. He's down low. Nobody really covering now. I'll pass it back out. Pellegrino asking for the puck here. Chris Housel stops it, scoops it up, and then just covers it up. Oh, unfortunately, I didn't see that. I guess the ref lost sight of it also. It bounced, squeezed out to the other side. Full change here. 2 minute warning.
Well, not quite. It would be the 2 minute warning after 2 minutes, but not much time to go in this period. 121 ticks to go.
Adam Ball with the faceoff with Nick Dureski, and that was a draw, I would say. I guess Stony Brook came out with control of it. Back down up on the boards. Here's John Jennings using his defenseman as a screen. Gets a backhand again. It's the backhand that made John Jennings famous. Nick Dureski doggedly pursuing this guy. Here comes George Nichols. He sees he's got John on the side here, but unfortunately can't get it to him. George Nichols banging it again on his offside. The ubiquitous George Nichols. Again, that's the word of this period, brought to you by the Stony Brook English department. Whenever I use an SAT word, I should give them credit, right? Fantastic English department at Stony Brook. I'm sure none of the guys are still there, but they were great. Back in the old days, back when dinosaurs roamed the earth. Dan Casano on the faceoff went backwards and being pursued in the corner and kept in by Jordan DiLorenzo. He's still got it, and he sends a little wobbly puck in there, batted away by Westchester, up the side and out. Now here comes Westchester on a break. He tries to dump it in using Jordan DiLorenzo as a screen, but Chris Housel's just too smart for that. We got a little high stick call on Dan Griffiths. I don't know if he's sitting. No, he just batted it out of the air. Okay.
And
53
Arrow will be sitting.
Oh. I thought he pointed right at Dan Griffiths. Whoops. Sorry, Mrs. Griffiths. And so Jason Arrow.
This will be another Westchester power play opportunity.
Yep. So, at the end of this period, if nothing happens, and the first minute of the third.
Seawolves captain number 7, Jason Arrow.
We got an opportunity here.
Here we go. Oh. Nick Dureski trying to bat it behind this fellow. Stony Brook down on the boards. George Nichols feigning a boomer and then just dumping it right in. Here's that Chris Gentili again. He is a strong fellow and good skater. He's coming in and wraparound.
And wraparound goes across the crease.
Wow, that was close. So that was another congested crease, and Chris Housley being able to see it. 10 seconds left. Jim Maritato at the Hammond organ. Potvin is being remembered. And back to the point. Oh, Chris Hauser with a beautiful save. Almost looked like, oh boy, here comes the shot, and he grimaced and gobbled it up. Grimace and gobble. And Brian Elfond on the faceoff here with Harrison Welsh Bromley. What's going on with the music? He can't lower it. Six 1/100ths of a second? No. There we go. 6.2. Face off here. Brian Elfond just making sure that that puck was not going to get towards the net. Well, another good period, you guys. After two shots on goal, 23 for Westchester, 17 for Stony Brook, and the goals are 3 for Westchester and 2 for Stony Brook. The all-important third period coming up live here at the Rinks in Hauppauge, Long Island. Thanks. Welcome back, hockey fans. Start of the third period. There were no goals scored in the second period, but there was a flurry of penalties. Speaking of which, Stony Brook will be starting out a man down for the first minute and 1. In between periods, we were blessed here at the broadcast booth by a visit from Mrs. Brewster, Sam Brewster's mom. She's up here from Texas visiting, and she said she watches the broadcast all the time down there in beautiful Plano, Texas. She loves getting an update on her son. So if there's any other members of the Brewster clan down there watching right now, Sam, of course, has an injured shoulder, but we're hoping for the best with him. And his mom looked great. She's wearing a Stony Brook Seawolves sweatshirt, a hoodie. So a girl in a hoodie.
Looks like they're polishing the crease down in Housel's end.
Yeah, there was a hole there before. I saw that Zamboni went over it, and I went, oh my goodness. I don't know where that comes from.
Looks like they got things patched up nice. So there's a lot of action down in that end.
Yeah.
In the second period. No pucks going in, though.
Okay, we got Sean Collins facing off here with the Harrison Welch Bromley, won by the Westchester Golden Rams. A dump in off to the side, back over behind the net. He's going to come up the sideboards here. Hope for the best. Stony Brook is in the box. They're trying to. Deflected by. That's a Harrison Bromley Welch. He's trying to cause some trouble in front of Chris Housel. There we go. Sean Collins with a backhand, dumping it out. Full change from the penalty killers.
Dan Arrow sitting for a high sticking penalty at about 1 minute to go in the second period.
Pat Foster and Sean Fitzpatrick back on defense, and it was probably their imposing bodies that made them go offsides. Westchester trying to sneak in improperly. Face off just right outside on the blue line. Dan Casano winning it back, and Matt Miano docking it out now. Matt Miano and Pat Foster back on defense. There was a shot across. And
even up.
Now we're even. Oh, another tip. Margadana trying to tip it in front there. Stony Brook should get out now. No, he doesn't get out. Kept it in. It's Eddie Montgomery coming down the left wing. Shoots up in the corner. Waffled away by Randy Japchin. Eddie Montgomery with a dogged back check. Sometimes.
Ooh, and a nice hit there.
Paying off. Matt Miano pinching off. Matt O'Brien, and he's going off holding his wing there. I think he's got a bad arm from that check from Matt Miano. Eddie Montgomery just out of the reach of the speedy Eddie Montgomery around the boards, coming up to Jordan DiLorenzo, back around. Oh, up and over. Sick, back down low. Vincent Lopes trying to get things going here. Jumping back out. Neutral zone collision. Jordan DiLorenzo, Jason Arrow popping it up the side. Dan Casano flying. Here's Vincent Lopes. Got the wheels, unfortunately didn't have the trigger on that one. Now we're coming out in the center ice zone again. Brooks. Side, nice move in the front. Again.
Rebound opportunity.
Sitting laying out there. Not knocked down. We got an ice on this one here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
And we will have a face-off to the right of the Westchester goaltender.
Brian Alphonse. Pat Foster saying something here. Oh, there was a stick in the corner. Pat Foster pointed it out to the linesman. He's retrieved it.
That is for the Westchester player.
That's right.
Who was crunched by Miano before.
From the faceoff, Nick Barbara with a beautiful left-handed riser. It's just going up and just went a little too far. Sean Collins from the point, keeping it in. Again. This would drive a coach crazy. The offsides on a nice opportunity like that. Just get you mad. Almost 3 minutes gone here in the third period. Westchester up 3-2. Brian Elfont coming in for the faceoff, and he wins, and he brings it back. George Nichols over to Sean Fitzpatrick. Sean Collins. Back over here to George Nichols, center up. Brian Elfont getting hounded by 4 black sweaters, count them. Nick Barber pinching down low also. Yep. Sean Collins with a nice little stab. Keep it in the zone. Nick Barber trying to push it forward. George Nichols towards the front, hoping for a tip in. Fortunately, Sean Collins couldn't turn himself around. Nick Barber with a nice nifty move coming out in the center. Backhand out to the point. Sean Fitzpatrick back down on Nick. Over to the side. George Nichols pinching in. We've seen that D-man come down like that. Brian Elfont now pounces on this one. He's looking, he sees and shoots. Oh, Nick Barber. Oh, between the legs. Josh Brooks with a nice little backhand between the legs, causing that scrum there. But not taking anything away from Nick Barber's flying one-timer. He put so much into it, he wound up on the ice.
Looks like
nice
we
shot.
got a penalty on the play.
See who's going over to the sin bin.
It's going to be Brian Elfont.
Oh boy.
And of course, with any penalty, the faceoff moves all the way down into the defensive zone of the offending team. Garrow not too happy.
No. Coach Garofalo and the Brain Trust over there. Chris Ferraro. This is Harrison Bromley Welch there. Welch Bromley on the faceoff. Vincent Lopes. Oh, another rebound laying on the ice there. Harrison Welch Bromley in the corner. Coming up. Chris Gentile taking a shot, bouncing up off of the board and all the way down. Bob McInerney getting hounded by Vincent Lopes. Vincent Lopes with a very aggressive forecheck. With his speed, he can get on these guys quickly. Nick Dureski now taking the job as pest. Trying to get Chris Gentile from behind. He almost pulled his guys off sides again with that little hesitation move at the line. What's going on with that? Nick Dureski hounding the point man. Got this guy boxed in, trying to get it up. Jordan DiLorenzo getting after Vincent Lopes dropping down from his. There we go. Vincent Lopes breaking up the play, going to the bench to change. Chris Gentile backed out. Dan Casano on the forecheck.
That one found the top corner.
Chris Gentile, he was just holding. And again, a lot of bodies in front. Jim Maritato playing the Homer Simpson medley of dough. An awful lot of dough there.
That's probably what the Seawolves were saying out on the ice.
Westchester up 4-2 now. That was a beautiful shot by Chris Gentile. He waited and then popped it. Mike Koza on the faceoff.
First time Seawolves down by 2 in the series.
Yeah.
Westchester power play goal, scored by number 7, Chris Gentile, unassisted. Time of goal, 14:53 remaining, third period.
Stony Brook's got to pick it up. They're not playing with the zip that they usually play with.
Vincent Lopes dumping it in, tried to get in with his wheels. By the way, I double-checked. It is Chris Gentile. Unfortunately, Jim Maritato is calling him a Gentile. This is Eddie Montgomery behind the net. Back out to George Nichols.
Good look.
Oh, deflected by Eddie Montgomery in the front there. An accidental save, I believe, by Randy Japchin on that one. Westchester trying to clear out it. Eddie Montgomery holding it in. Dan Casano behind the net. Nick Barber hounding, shooting. Oh, crashing into Adam Ball, which is not an easy thing to do. Oh, there's a cruncher.
Seawolves are getting dominated in hits and shots right now.
Mac Feeney standing up, Dan Casano there, unfortunately.
If I was Garofalo at this point, I probably would call a timeout to get the team reorganized.
Yeah. Eddie Montgomery dumping in, going for a change.
Because they're not playing their game. Passes aren't on the money.
Oops. Out of the
Losing
zone.
battles left and right.
Oh, a bouncing puck. Stopped by Randy Japchin. To the side here. Harrison Bromley Welch on the side, right here, off the pads. Teddy Case.
And there's an eyeball rush.
Losing it. Ricky Seward. Oh, he had a streaking Sean Collins right out in front. He wanted to get it to him. Brian Elfont.
We've got a penalty now.
Hitting everything and anything. They're going to call it on Brian.
It looks like
Westchester coach asking the ref to come over and explain something. Adam Ball just hit his own teammate with a cross check. That was a strange play there. I don't know what precipitated that. But Stony Brook now on the power play.
they need to get one here. They're running out of game.
Pat Foster back to Vincent Lopes, back to Pat Foster from the Adam Ball. Adam Ball digging there. I called Harrison Bromley Welch is the fellow who's in the box, not Adam Ball. I got 25 and 23 mixed up. Here comes Nick Dureski coming in, getting the zone. Beautiful shot. Unfortunately, a little wide.
Good down angle shot.
Vincent Lopes back to the point. Pat Foster scanning. Out to the side, Sean Collins. Unfortunately, back on a little of his boots. Couldn't one-time it. Vincent Lopes hoping for a little bouncer in there. Down the side is Nick Barber. Big reach. Oh! Nick showing some fine stick handling skills today.
Stony Brook needs to slow it down on this power play. They're getting a lot of room.
Jimmy
they have
McKee
to use it.
Dumping it in. Nick Barber coming in again. Nick again. Nick with a loose puck in the feet. Back out to George Nichols. Over to the side. Sean Collins shoots. There's
Excellent
a tip.
time.
Oh. Nick Barber playing until the whistle. Maybe a little bit after. Trying to get that puck was loose for a while. Nice save by Randy Chapman there. Got Brian Elfont on the face-off with Margadana, Tim Margadana, resident scrapper for the Westchester Golden Rams. And face-off goes to Westchester. Dumped down by Steve Meade. As Eddie Montgomery's stopping behind the net, calling out a play. Blue 32, and he comes up in the left wing. Off to the side. Chris Ryan dumping it back. Alvage's down low. Stony Brook back out to the point. George Nicholas back on the side. Over the cross. Beautiful pass. Oh my goodness, that had tic-tac-toe written all over it. It turned into a tic-tac-toe. Down in the corner, back behind the net. Again, Eddie Montgomery bringing it out. We're even up. Couple of shots on that power play. Chris Hauser with a infield fly rule call. Okay, we have a little trivia question. We were wondering about Pennsylvania, and Westchester University is from Pennsylvania. And as you know, there are two hockey teams in the National Hockey League from Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh Penguins and the Philadelphia. Wondering if you know which one's been in the league longer. Kind of a trick question, but answer coming up in about 5-10 minutes or so.
Well, we'll give the answer at 5 minutes.
Okay, that's a deal. Oh, that's right, because there's only 10 minutes left in this period. 4-2 in favor of Westchester.
We missed our Stony Brook Orthopedic Associates trivia question.
Yeah.
We got a 2-on-1.
Here we go. Nick Dureski over to John Jennings.
Oh, and there's going to be a penalty.
Trip. There we go.
And hooking.
Gentleman John Jennings getting up and not saying anything to the goalie. Visiting 5-hole land with the whole body. That was
That's one way to open the 5-hole.
John Jennings right on his backhand, which has made him famous. Unfortunately, he was tripped. So now Stony Brook goes up on a power play. Let's see. Since I am the minister of overstatement or understatement, this next goal is going to be big, whomever gets it. And there's a shot. Randy Japchin with a glove save, no rebound.
Well, without overstating it, this next goal will be, if it's a Westchester goal, it's going to put Stony Brook out of the game. If it's a Stony Brook goal, it puts them right within one.
Got it.
It's important that Stony Brook capitalizes on these opportunities on the power play. They haven't really shown much except good puck movement.
Nick Barbara showing a remarkable skill with a stick today, and his long reach is beautiful because he can see things, and it's the eyes of the puck. He's got a very long stick for a forward. Down low, Vincent Lopes one-times it off to the side. Back out to Sean Collins, the quarterback of this power play. Nick Barber being mugged, looping around with that big long reach, and he shoots. Oh, he almost got it in that corner. He wanted it right there. We could see it all here. We have a perfect view. Another beautiful shot. Sean Collins keeping it in again. Down low, Nick Dureski over there. This
is good. They're taking their time.
Nick Barbara causing does a little deflection by Vincent Lopes. That was a beautiful deflection. Fortunately, the goaltender saw that one. Pat Foster pinching down low. He's got it. A little dangerous play, but it paid off. I guess you have to do that at this stage of the game. Pat Foster back down. Nick Dureski out to Sean Collins. Sean Collins with a pad bouncer. Takes on the second shot. Randy Japchin making the first save and the second save. Full change here. 10 skaters going to and fro. Here we go. Ryan Elfont back to Eddie Montgomery with a beautiful slap shot. George Nichols on the other point. And oh, man, that was Dan Casano tried to tip that out of the air.
We got a breakaway opportunity.
This is Jimmy McKee. No.
Housel shuts him down.
Makes him go wide. Nice play, Jimmy McKee. Better play, Chris Housel. Nice. Stony Brook still alive. 12 seconds left on the penalty. 4-2. 8 minutes left in the third period. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you at a live game here sometime. Even the hot dogs are good at the concession stand. Dan Casano bringing it up. Ooh, Brian Elfont hitting the back of his head. Here's Jordan DiLorenzo, and I guess they're going to call him offsides on that one. That was a skinny line there, ref. Linesman. All right, Stony Brook is changing up here. Got Jason Arrow back on point, along with Jordan DiLorenzo. We've got Vincent Lopes on the right wing. Now, even up now. Power play over. A couple of flurries there. Here's a breakout coming down the right-hand side. Nick Barber, again, with that long reach. He can just fake the goalie out. The goalie follows the body and does not follow the end of that stick. He's going to be in trouble. Sean Collins back out to the point. Jordan DiLorenzo over to the side to Jason Arrow. Jason Arrow, again, a nice pad save by Randy Japchin. Jason Arrow dumping the puck in, and then unceremoniously dumping our Margadana, who is coming out after Jason. That's Margadana dumping in and going to the bench. Being hounded here by Chris Gentili. Back in the corner. Just under 7 minutes left here, fans, with Westchester up by 2 goals. Stolen. Chris Ryan, Captain Chris Ryan coming on the short side. Unfortunately, a little wild. Eddie Montgomery saw Brian Elfant out front. Here's Pat Foster. Missed that most of that check right out front. Uh-oh, what was that? Huh.
Looks like Westchester is not going to be able to change here as they knock the net off.
Boy, oh boy. Should we use this opportunity to give
Let's
you
go ahead and
the
use
answer?
this opportunity to reveal the answer to tonight's trivia question.
We asked you which team has been in the NHL longer, from Pennsylvania, the Philadelphia Flyers or the Pittsburgh Penguins, and the answer is...
Both were born on February 8th.
Yep, 1966. That's the big expansion when the league doubled in size. There's an opportunity for Eddie Montgomery coming down the left wing. He crosses over. It went to the backhand. It's still sitting out front. That's big Matt Sklodowski. We haven't heard much of him. Oh, Eddie Montgomery is going to go. He had his Matt Sklodowski's numbers right in front of him. They maybe should not have pushed a little hard. Eddie Montgomery sitting. Matt Sklodowski is up and moving. He looks pretty good. The reason why I said it was a slight trick question is because the Penguins technically have been in the league longer. The Philadelphia was awarded a franchise, but they didn't have a name. Pittsburgh had a name. Philadelphia held the contest, and the Flyers won. 5 minutes and 55 seconds here in the third period. With Westchester on a power play.
Stony Brook not very disciplined today. Took a lot of bad penalties. That was a little questionable.
2 minutes and 40. Time of penalty. 5:58 remaining. Third period. That's Montgomery. 2 for 40.
That's Chris Gentili going in, hounding Sean Fitzpatrick. That's Harrison Bromley Welsh there. Number 23. Oh my goodness gracious. Chris Gentili with a shot. A beautiful save by Chris Housel. Unfortunately, the rebound came right back out to Chris Gentili.
Rebounds have been a problem this entire weekend for Stony Brook. Almost all the goals yesterday came off rebounds, and that's another one here right now that's coming off a rebound.
I'm still having a hard time understanding why Harrison Bromley Welsh cross-checked his own team member going to the bench there, but stranger things have happened. Nick Barbara pinching in on Westchester Golden Ram. Knicks saw they had a streaking Dan Casano, unfortunately couldn't get it over to him.
Stony Brook now with a mountain to climb.
Yes, 5-2. Nice turnaround. Dan Casano down to Sean Collins. Then got the point man, Jordan DiLorenzo with a big shot. Hit about 3 or 4 sticks. Jordan will try one more time. No, he'll pass it over to Jason. And there's a tip. Oh, beautiful tip right on front. Again, there's Nick. Nick, you were playing great today, Nick Barbara. I really admire that. Interestingly enough, Dan Schneider, the owner of the Philadelphia Flyers, was not really a hockey man, and he was up in Boston watching a Celtic game, and he saw a line of guys waiting to get tickets, and they said, "What is that for?" They said, "It's for the Boston Bruins." He said, "What? Aren't they in last place?" And Dan Schneider said, hockey fans are a different animal. They're willing to wait online for their last place team. Jordan DiLorenzo almost put out 2 people's lights there.
And that's what you call an open ice check.
Yeah. Randy Evans and
I think we just got a call from Midway asking us to take that clip offline as it violates their patent on open ice hockey.
There we go. Oh, a streaky Eddie Montgomery. Almost. That was almost a bang zoom. 4 minutes and 3 seconds left. And that's it. Once again, fans, if you were not here for the raffle for Angela's house, please go online. I'm sorry, I don't have the exact email address. I would imagine Googling Angela's house would be fine. The Polocastro family would be very appreciative, as well as Stony Brook Seawolves hockey. Ooh, tip again by that Wesley Harrison. Wesley,
with a big hit there.
Bromley. Pat Foster down low. Eddie Montgomery covering for him at the point. The ever steady Eddie. Back behind there, Vincent Lopes, the speedster, mixing it up, getting bounced around. Nick Dureski back there too. He's getting kissed and creased. He's dancing. Pat Foster holding it in. 3:24 left. Back in the corner. Skodowski, number 4, dumping it down, hits his own coach in the head. No.
Just misses.
He just dug. Yes. As a matter of fact, that wasn't one of the coaches. That was the GM, Dom Belizel. For Shizzle, Dom Belizel. Almost got him in the noggin. Back to the point, Sean Fitzpatrick de-sticking. George Nichols, a shin guard save by Sean Collins. Stony Brook showing a little dogged determination here. There's that fellow Harrison Welch Romley. Again, back to the point. That's Skodowski behind the net. Big number 4. Usually a defenseman. He's down low right now. And we dumped it out, and it's a shot on net. There we go. Stony Brook now leading in shots on goal, 31-29. Sean Collins in low. He sees a streaking winger. John Jennings almost had that one. Dumping off in the corner. Sean Fitzpatrick. Jason Arrow back there. And that hit the netting. A little over 2 minutes left in the game, folks. 5-2 lead by Westchester. If Stony Brook scores a goal every 40 some odd seconds, I think we might have a tie game. So we just need one here. That's a Chris Gentili working over, just mugging the living daylights. Brian Alphonse. And the puck's underneath a Westchester player. And coming up. Guess who that is? That's Mr. Margadana, as a matter of fact.
No surprise there.
He likes to mix it up and then get out of it. He mixes up and then he skedaddles. Adam Ballline coming back out here now. And I apologize, Adam, for putting you in the box before. Mike Cosa on the face-off, bangs it into the corner. Jason Arrow trying to get it out back behind the net, up in the side to the right wing. Sean Collins over to John Jennings. Fortunately, here's Adam Ball with a breakout. Broken up by Di Lorenzo. John Jennings zooming down the left wing. Trying to wreak some havoc with this fellow. No luck. Brian Alpha. Oh, Pat Foster leaving his feet. Jordan Di Lorenzo coming down, taking the puck away, banging it up the boards and avoiding the check. Here's John Jennings on the left wing. Pat Foster sees he's got a guy in the front, looking, hoping for a rebound. 1 minute left. And George Nichols tried a shot. There. Oh! Chris Ryan, another shot. This is, needless to say, this would have been nice to see this level of play from Stony Brook the whole game. I'm sure the coaches are going to point that out too. Pat Foster looking for an outlet pass, couldn't find one, just dumped it up the boards. Back down Chris Hausel with a save.
That one just went
Chris Hausel
over the net.
Clearing it off to the side, and it hit the Westchester fella's stick, and it almost landed right on top of the net. Time winding down, 19 seconds. Good save. A nice turnaround shot by Jeff Dugan.
At this point, the ref has just put the whistle in his pocket.
Yeah, Ricky Seward down low here. He's coming up left wing. Gonna take it up himself. What the heck? I'll do that right here, and I'll shoot. After yesterday's decisive win by Stony Brook, Westchester comes back today and wins a nice game. It was close there for two real periods. Could have gone any way.
I'd like to let you guys know that our next broadcast is going to be January 29th at 3 p.m. and the Seawolves will be taking on Rutgers. We'd love it if you guys join us at the rinks in person. Say hi to us. But that's pretty much all I got.
All right, Rutgers is coming into town. Well, will it be interesting to see if this split weekend has anything to do with the standings and the rankings. 16th Stony Brook, 18th Westchester. We'll see if that changes around. Thanks for tuning in today, everybody. Andy Magnani, come home soon. We miss you.
Hey, you should be home any second now.
Thank you, Trevor, for filling in. Not even filling in, just taking over, and that's
my pleasure.
Beautiful job. And what are these two guys over here?
Anthony Pampanella on camera, as well as Kevin O'Rourke, assistant director.
Anthony and Kevin. Great job. Thanks, you guys. See you soon here at Stony Brook Seawolves Ice Hockey. Bye, you guys.